Omaha police say they're taking more ghost guns off the streets. It's troubling because those can't be traced.
They hope a new federal law will change that by making new gun kits traceable.
Though they worry thousands more are already out there and in the wrong hands. KATV News Watch 7 Sarah Feely's investigating this tonight. Sarah.
These guns are simple to put together and fire like traditional guns made by manufacturers. As the trend of ghost guns started creeping into the Midwest around 2019, OPD started tracking the data, and the numbers they're finding are growing.
These all are considered ghost guns.
That's because they lack a critical identifying marker.
These particular firearms do not have any serial numbers.
Because of that, there's no way of knowing who bought it or who's handled it.
Law enforcement does not have the ability to trace these guns, the ones that were made pre-2022.
They can be purchased online in kits and put together and will fire regular bullets when completed.
Prior to 2022, these kits were not illegal for anyone to buy. It didn't matter what type of criminal record you had. There were no background checks, so you could get online in order to buy one of these kits because that was not considered a completed firearm.
Firearms Sergeant Todd Kozaliski tracks gun data for Omaha Police. He says ghost guns make up only a small amount of guns that the department takes, often less than 5%, but the number grows year over year.
In 2019, we had recovered 2 ghost guns. In 2020, we recovered 5. In 2021, we recovered 18. In 2022, we recovered 46. And as of today's date for 2023, we have 35.
Even more alarming, they're finding most of them with teens who aren't even legally able to buy guns.
In 2022, about 60% of the ghost guns that we recovered were found on individuals who are under 21 years of age.
A new federal law requires gun kits made after 2022 to have a serial number, and the buyer has to fill out documents to buy it and complete a background check, just like a regular gun. OPD says that'll make new ones traceable, but as for the old ones, they hope to keep them out of criminals' hands.
These were definitely fully functioning firearms that we recovered, and these all are considered ghost guns.
Again, Omaha police say these guns usually only make up a small part of the weapons they find, but they prove to be the most challenging because there's usually no record of them. That law also requires any federal firearms dealer who takes a ghost gun into inventory to serialize it. And OPD asks people who own them to keep them locked up so they can't be stolen and used for a crime. Back to you.